Alright, what up, you schmucks? So if you haven't heard, one of the biggest indie VTubers, NIMI Nightmare, announced on Twitter that she's getting married. According to her, having a family of her own has always been a dream of hers, and that she'll continue to stream regardless of how old she gets. To many, this announcement came as a surprise, but for the minority, this wasn't unexpected. And it dates back to when NIMI was Sarah's Fauna from HoloLive. This happened years ago, so I wouldn't be surprised if people forgot over time. I'm gonna play this clip, then I'm gonna explain why this announcement makes sense. I'm not seeing many people talking about this, so I was like, why the fuck not? Let's make this into content. But before I give my thoughts, just note that everything I'm gonna say is based on speculation, so just take it with a grain of salt.
Alexander, thank you. This is such a deep question that you're asking me. I mean, if you want me to be real, I'll be real. We as Fauna and Saplings, we cannot be friends, and we shouldn't be friends. There's a lot of reasons. It is, I think, important for boundaries to be maintained. I am here to entertain you, and that is all, really. And if you can have a good time here, then that makes me happy. That's if I'm being really real. And this goes for every streamer, I think. I don't know. I used to really, because I've always liked YouTubers and stuff. And I used to look at YouTubers and be like, oh my God, if only I could be their friend. Like, I really wish I could be their friend. That would be so cool. But as I've gotten older, I've realized like there's nothing particularly like special or that amazing that makes a YouTuber different from anyone else. Just because they're a YouTuber doesn't mean that they'll be a good friend to you or to anyone. So the people that you know in your life, your friends, they can be better friends to you than any YouTuber can be. And they're just as cool. They have just as many like interesting ideas and cool traits about themselves than the YouTubers that you admire do. I think it's easy to look at YouTubers and admire them, but I promise if you look at your friends with the same lens, you'll also see like the cool things about your friends that makes your friends special too. Because YouTubers are just normal people. I mean, I'm a caring keeper of nature, but I'm pretty normal. Well, maybe I'm not, I don't know. I understand, because I used to always watch YouTubers and want to be their friend. I think that's normal to some extent. It's important to keep in mind that I'm just here to stream and hopefully entertain you or make your day better in some way. I promise it's better that way. It's better that way. You should cherish your friends in your life. And I hope you can have a good time in the sapling community at least. There are many people you can make friends with there. Anyway, there's my deep talk. I answered it as honestly as I could. I am happy to be here and entertain you guys and hang out, and it's fun.
Okay, let's go over this, shall we? At the start of the clip, a fan super chats Fauna and asks if she and her community can be friends. Fauna decides to lay the cold hard truth that they cannot be friends. One of those reasons being that it's important to set boundaries and that she's only here to entertain. I find it interesting that she decided to go with an honest approach instead of getting people's hopes up. It's not something that's normally talked about among VTubers and their audience, because the whole point of being an idol is selling yourself and having more eyes on you. In addition, a majority of the VTuber fans are guys, most of which aren't in relationships, so the fact that she put up these boundaries could imply that she didn't want her fans developing a closer connection with her because she was already seeing someone. Not saying that it's true, but in hindsight, it makes sense. She also points out that IRL friends are just as valid as YouTubers, saying that IRL friends can even be better than the YouTubers we admire. And while that is true, you can also interpret it as her setting another layer of boundaries as a way of telling her fans to not get too attached. Sure, a VTuber who's single can also say this stuff too, but in hindsight, it wouldn't be out of character for her to set up boundaries if she was already seeing someone. Again, this is all just a theory, so there's a chance that this clip may not have anything to do with NIMI'S marriage announcement. Her talking about boundaries could just be something she said in the moment, rather than a foreshadow to her marriage. I just wanted to talk about this because I'm not seeing anyone else talk about it. As for NIMI'S announcement, I respect NIMI for being honest to her viewers about her relationship status. It's not something VTubers typically bring up, since it has nothing to do with their content, and there's a chance of them losing viewers, since the majority of VTuber fans are single male adults. This easily could have turned into another Rusia situation, where her fans were pissed after she was secretly talking to a guy, but I'm glad to see Nimi getting so much love and support. Her making this announcement shows that she wants to live an honest life and not have to hide anything from her audience, and I feel like that's something we should all respect. I wish nothing but the best for Nimi, and that she and her partner have a wonderful family together. Alright, that's the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and sub to the channel. But most importantly, don't forget to love yourself. I'd see ya.